I'm Clancy. I'll be your DM today. This is a 5th edition campaign that is a custom D&D setting with 5e rules mostly, but lots of made-up nonsense in there as well. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I really do suggest that you go listen to the first 37 episodes before you do this one. The party is hard to track even knowing exactly what they're doing, but without knowing what they're doing, I mean, I would be pretty lost. In fact, I'm often lost about the decisions they make. Before we go too far, I do want to give a shout out to our patrons, Scotty O, Jess S, Skate P, Lincoln Mark, Special K, Christian Haydenson, Nathan R, Jared K, Justin C, Cody T, Austin S, Rob M, and Cole J. We hope you guys have been enjoying the new campaign, and we hope you'll enjoy today's episode as well. So, if you guys want to go around, introduce yourselves. I'll do the recap, and then we'll get started.
Hi, I'm Risky. I'm playing Five Gal / Murder Ghost, the human / turned bucket, turned ghost character. Yeah, I'm pretty much badass and just keeping everybody alive.
I'm Relevant. I'm playing Juniper Hollow, a half-elf monk. And really wishing I could hit once in a while.
Yeah, that'd be nice. My name is Mark. I play everyone's favorite Wanti Warlock, Simon Salazar. I have no idea what's happening right now. I have notes up for something else.
I'm Jay. I play Victor McCoy, human gunslinger and overall badass. And Victor and I are both a little annoyed that Clancy would assume that our thoughts aren't well thought out or articulate, and as if we didn't know what we were doing and everything was off the, our cuffs. But, whatever.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Okay. So,
Getting headhunted.
we've got the party had just left the exactly what is it? The Temple of the Storm Queen.
Oh, yeah.
After contaminating the global water supply and making things not super great for everyone else, but pretty good for Simon. That's an ultimate culmination of his patron's life goals. You have, however, drawn the ire of the Storm Queen, the goddess of the storm. And as your ship is flying, you can feel the hurricane winds following you out. The storm over the island seemed to dissipate as she lost control over it, but the ocean and the wind around you guys is slowly getting more and more intense. And we're just going to start with you guys right in the midst of this crazy storm. Lightning crashing around. The waves, while they are probably a couple 100 feet below you, you can see swells that are approaching, rather than 300 feet below you, only maybe 100 feet below you. The sea itself is going insane. And probably lots of coastal cities and towns are going to pay the price for your transgression.
Seems fine.
I need everybody to tell me how they're trying to stay on board the ship in this, as you're being sort of buffeted around by wind and rain that's coming in just sheets.
I'm going to wrap my buckets around some ropes.
Okay.
And something solid.
Can I tie myself to something? Is there rope?
Yeah, there's the rope that Murder Ghost is using to tie himself to.
It's a ship and they only have one rope?
They got lots of rope if you want to tie yourself to like the mast or something.
Well, I don't want to tie myself up that high.
I do.
There's the bottom of the mast.
Can I tie myself to the bottom of it? Is there enough rope?
Are you
There's
a crazy
enough
person?
rope to tie yourself to the bottom of the mast.
Me
Yes.
too. Tie me too, Juniper.
Am I going to die if I do that?
Aren't you
Maybe.
a monk and have like insane dexterity?
Yeah. But I don't want to die.
You can like run on nothing.
Oh, yeah, I can run on water.
Everybody
So
dies,
you've just
Juniper.
planned to rely on your monk balance to stay on board?
fuck, I guess.
Okay. Simon,
You
you
don't
said
have
you were tying yourself to the mast.
Yeah.
I don't want to be tied up with Simon.
And then
Fair.
Victor, what's Victor doing?
Can I just go inside?
Yes, you can just go inside.
Okay, I'm gonna go inside.
It's a real bitch option.
Victor looks at the storm, watches as 3 members of his team decide to sit in the elements directly, and is like, "Well, fuck this noise," and then just goes in. And the storm continues to get worse, as you might imagine. Only a few minutes in, let's do our first round here. Juniper, make me a dex save.
Not that one,
I
please.
hope you don't fall off.
Yeah, I don't have water breathing this time.
Oof. You only got to
Yeah.
beat a 10 for this first
Yeah.
one.
I'm like,
Oh,
why are
I-
you looking that up?
I
You-
rolled an 18.
Okay.
That's
you're
without
fine.
my save.
Yeah. You don't seem to have any trouble. You see that Barca and Terry, the half orcs that you picked up, are both doing okay. Cap Bone Chewer is thrown hard into one of the railings, and the wheel of the ship starts to spiral as he loses his grip. But Scar Sniffle rolled a nat 1. And he is fucking flung off the ship. And with the nat 1, he just straight up gets hit by lightning while midair. His bones charred as he falls into the raging ocean hundreds of feet below. But the ship is now losing control and turning onto the side as Captain Bonechewer is trying to scramble his way over there. Nope, that's not going to do the trick.
How far am I from it?
Where the ropes were that you tied yourself up with would have been towards the prow. I imagined you like tying yourself up at the front of the ship, like
Titanic.
the mascot of a, with the front mast. The prow is where
Can
you're
I
at. So
do-
you're as far away from it as you could be, basically.
Can I try doing Doc Ock things with my buckets across?
I will let you try. Roll me 3 dex checks, each one being a bucket claw pull.
Hold on. Oh, I actually have like a bonus to Dex. So I got a 14, a 12, and an 11.
Okay, well, the 14 lets you make some progress. The 12 and the 11 aren't doing the trick. At this point, the ship is about 40 degrees to the side. It's
Can
a
I run and
steep
grab it?
slope. You can try, yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to roll dexterity?
We're going to call that acrobatics.
Acrobatics. What the fuck? Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, like sucks to have a +9 to that.
I got a 19.
19. You run back and you grab hold of the prow of the steering of the ship. Are you going to try and adjust? How are you adjusting it?
Pulling it the opposite way that it's going.
Okay. So you spin the wheel to the right, trying to correct the ship's sharp left turn. And 5-gal, I'm going to need you to make a dex save.
Ooh, that's a 7.
Oh, fuck.
5-gal, you're going to go flying to the railing. Make me another dex save to grab hold of the railing here.
Oh,
That's a
God.
4.
5-gal goes overboard as he's
Murder goes.
quickly flung from a ship that's all the way to the left to a ship that's going back to the right, sort of like a catapult almost. As you fall, Simon, you're still tied to the mast. Juniper, what are you doing? Are you just letting him fall?
Can I run and try and grab him?
You can, yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
Roll me a dex save and then a D100.
Oh, you want me to roll a D100? You know that's not like I'm not good at those.
Well, we'll see the dex save first. See
Okay,
how hard this is
well-
going to be.
It's good.
Yeah, it's 16 plus 9.
25. Okay. That's great. Okay. D100 time.
It's not the worst you've done.
It's still bad. It's 22.
22? Oh my gosh.
I told you I roll bad on D100.
That is just awful. You had to beat a 50, and then I gave you a 25 bonus, so you only had to beat a 25.
Jesus
You got
Christ.
there right in time to just slip through the fingers.
So you have a choice. You can get a hold of 5-gal, but you won't be able to get a hold of the ship. Or you can catch yourself on the edge of the ship and not get a hold of 5-gal.
Okay, but 5-gal can turn into a water animal, and I can't.
You can run on water.
That's true too. Oh no!
Tell my wife I love
You
her.
don't have a wife.
I could have.
Are you letting him go?
You don't know that.
I'm thinking. I
Do
feel
you have slow fall?
I don't think so.
I was just wondering if.
And you can't turn into a bird quite yet. You're getting there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do I have any flying thing? But I don't.
No. Okay,
I-
that's out of time. He fell.
I can't.
Well,
You
I'm
catch
gonna
the edge of the ship. as
belly
5-gal
flop as
follows
a dino.
away. Okay. You turn into a dinosaur, plesiosaur, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
and smack into the water. The waves are horrendously big, and as you get under the water, you can actually see you're above the coast of something. There's actually an island directly underneath you, but the storm has surged so high that the water level's about 20 feet above this island most of the time right now. Palm trees have been ripped free and are floating around. Way up back on the ship, Juniper, you're hanging onto the side as the ship is, again, still out of control. And it starts to careen to the right. Victor, inside, barrels of gunpowder are just pouring everywhere. Cannons are ripping free of where they're roped down. What's your plan to safely survive inside the cabins?
Shit. To just kind of like get to the safest room that doesn't have 8,000-pound cannons flying around.
Okay. You watch a cannon splinter into a wall, but the wall holds. Going into the room, you can see the cracks as the cannon is pulled now to the other side. This is when Juniper fixed the ship and things start to get back normal. And then all of a sudden, the ship flips the other way, and you're now, in order to stand up, on the wall. As the ship is now on its side, the door opens, and you can look out the door underneath you and see that all the cannons and everything are piled up on the far side, and many of them have ripped through the wall. Are you staying in this room and just pulling the door back shut, or are you trying to get out and get up on top?
I'm gonna try to get out and get up on top. I'm not gonna die in a small cabin.
Okay. As one of the cannons rips through the floor, you can see 5-gal transforming into a plesiosaur as he falls to the ocean far below.
Jesus Christ.
Roll me a dex check to navigate your way through the ship.
Oh, that's not good. 11.
11. You're having some trouble making your way through. There's just tons of shit flying everywhere, and it's more a matter of you just don't really need to move rather than you couldn't move. It would just be more dangerous to be moving forward for you with everything wet and gunpowdery. And then you notice on the far wall sconce with a torch, and the torch has been rattling its way more and more free as the storm goes. It probably is one small buffet of wind away from igniting the gunpowder in this lower room.
How far away is it?
It's 25 feet away on the wall. Well, on the floor now.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Because of the fact that the wall is the floor at the moment.
Right. And if it rattles free, it's going to hit the gunpowder.
Yeah, the powder's all over the floor. The sconce being at an angle, it's sort of rattled its way out a little bit, but it hasn't fallen where the flame is making contact yet.
If I was able to shoot it a direction, could I shoot it away from the gunpowder?
There's holes all over the floor. You could try, yeah. I would make you do a same thing we just had Juniper do. We'll do a ranged weapon attack and then a D100. So you only got to beat a 50, but we'll add your ranged weapon attack to it.
Okay. 16 plus 12. So is that 28?
Yep. So you only got to beat 22.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, thank God. 66.
Ah, yes. You blow the torch out, and it falls to the ocean. The ship is not going to blow up. However, you do, at that same moment, hear the creaking and ripping as chunks of the mast snap off. Simon, how far up the mast were you?
Not very, because I know you don't have to climb the mast to tie yourself to it.
Okay.
What? No.
The top half of the mast snaps off, and at that point, the ship goes to a free fall. Victor,
I
Simon,
don't know where the rope ends.
Juniper, I need y'all to make con saves.
Oh, great.
Ooh, 18.
Oof.
Not very high. But
Well, if
I
you
only have
thought that
+2.
wasn't high, wait till you hear my 12.
Ooh.
What about my 10?
Are you sure it's not
Okay.
a charisma save? Because I'm great at that.
All three of you black out as the ship crashes into the ocean. And we'll cut back to Murder Ghost. Murder Ghost, the storm rages and flings you, even in your aquatic form. It tosses you around. And it lasts for maybe an hour as you just try and keep yourself alive. Trees are being ripped from the ground as the swells go across this island. And you see in a flash of lightning the ship crash maybe like a mile away or a few miles away in the ocean over the side of the island. As the swells start to die, now that the ship has crashed, you see that, like I said before, the water level is naturally much, much lower. And you find yourself on a beach with a large jungle in front of you. The rest of the party somewhere in that jungle in the remains of the crashed ship.
Well, I'm going to turn into a saber-toothed tiger, and I'm going to go running towards the ship.
Okay. You start running that way. This is interesting how the party ended up split. I knew you guys were going to split, but I didn't think it'd be 1 and 3. um, so, as you're running, I want you to make me a perception check.
Oh, that was actually decent. And then he gets a +3 for the tiger. So 21.
21. Your instincts scream at you to stop for a moment. And
Gonna stop.
You notice around you, you've moved into a grove of what look to be like giant conifer trees, except for with blood red needles. On the bark of quite a few of these trees is a sickly, deep red sap that is just smeared all over them. But in your form and with that perception, the more you look at it, the more certain you are that's straight up blood, as though a body had been smashed against that bark hard enough to turn it into paste.
I'm gonna slow down and see if I can like sneak around and see any dangers.
Okay. Roll
Besides the
me
blood tree.
another perception check. There's a whole forest of those trees suddenly.
18.
18. As you look, you notice that the trees seem to be in pairs. There's always 2 trees about the same distance apart. And on one tree, we'll say always the tree on your left currently, there's a blood smear. And then on the tree on the right is nice and clean. But directly between those 2 trees is where the blood smears are. And there's hundreds of these sort of in their own little forest. No vegetation at all grows directly between the trees. And in fact, you can see on close inspection that the vegetation, grasses and reeds, ferns and things, goes all the way up to the edge of that. And then there's just a trail of dirt. And then it starts up again.
I'm gonna avoid going in between the trees.
Okay.
And probably try to skirt around the bloody one.
As you go, you see more and more of them bloodied, but there's always a way around each one. We'll say a fat capybara-looking thing is waddling through the forest, and you can see it's avoiding all of them. It doesn't seem to be much worried about you in your saber-toothed tiger form for whatever reason, and just sort of wanders past you.
How big is it?
Like the size of a basketball.
Can I punt it in between the trees?
You can, yes. You give it a swat like the giant cat you are, and as soon as it lands between the trees, the bark from the tree on the right comes slamming into the tree on the left. Behind it is a bipedal lizard-looking thing. The top of its head is just a giant wall of bark. And behind where it had charged out from is sort of a notched hole where it apparently rests, waiting for things to get between it and the other tree. As it slammed the small capybara into it, it pulls away with chunks of viscera and blood just sort of dripping down each side. And it tips its head up as the blood sort of pours into all the cracks. And you can see it's clearly feeding off of the meat and liquid blood that are there. It eyeballs you suspiciously, but it pulls itself back into the tree
and just go wave a paw at it.
It doesn't seem to do much other than pull itself back in, and the bark on top of it is once again pristine. You probably know what's in all of the trees now.
That was fucking terrifying.
That is because you don't have anybody to tell you this. For the parties, out of game purposes, it's known as a Barchiacephalosaurus, which is like a Pachycephalosaurus, except for with bark. And we cut back to the other party. Since you all failed your con saves, you wake up surrounded by the shattered remains of the ship. The mast, the boat, the hull, everything is just splintered and fractured. The prow is actually okay. Like the first 4 feet of it is just sort of regally sitting on the ground by itself, but everything else is destroyed. And I need you all to make me perception checks as you sort of wake up. You didn't drown, thankfully.
13.
22.
Oh, nice.
19.
Okay, 19 and 22. You guys look around, and you're in more of a grassy field, it looks like. The grass is sort of a weedy grass, long blades of it, and they're each really wide. It looks like it'd be itchy, like an awful crabgrass. There's a very, very, very thick field of cotton growing on a hill nearby. Just, you can see the little cotton swaying. It's very densely packed. But other than that, there's woods if you get a couple hundred yards out. And you don't really know where anybody else is. You can't see Barca, Terry, Captain Bone Chewer, and Scar Sniffle might be here somewhere, but he got flung off pretty early in the storm.
Is there any like salvageable rope?
Yeah, actually, Simon is still fully wrapped up in maybe like, we'll say 30 yards of rope.
Can I, cut him free, but more because I need the rope and less about cutting him free.
Yeah, you can just untie it.
I want to make a new lasso.
Ah, okay. Make a new lasso. Juniper, Simon, what are you two doing?
Well,
Where did Murder Ghost go?
he fell off the fucking boat.
So he's just dead forever. We should move on without him.
Well,
Nobody
I
said he
think
was dead.
I saw him turn into one of those weird water creatures he seems to like so much.
He's probably fine dead. We can come back for him later. How do we get out of here? Do we need to go into these weeds? This is
Can I do a survival check just to see if I can get my bearings?
Yeah, you can. Roll me survival.
Jeez, 14. I got a plus 10 and I rolled a 14.
14. With a 14, you look around and you recognize that considering the storm surges, the horrific level of damage that should have been inflicted on this island, it looks pretty okay still. Which implies that these are very, very hardy flora to have survived as well as it did. In fact, the cotton is shocking. It should have been totally flattened by the winds and the rain. And this grass you would expect to have been flattened as well. But it seems to have managed to just hold up through the waves and the storm and everything. It's a little odd, but nothing overtly dangerous with a 14.
Do you guys think that this is where all the trees in the world come from?
Jesus.
Are
You
you
said
gonna
it was a
poison
forest,
those
right?
too?
There is a forest if you get maybe 100 yards out from where you're at. You guys are in sort of a little meadow.
I'm gonna go and climb one of the trees to see if I can see anything
You're gonna
from
go
higher
into the giant
perspective.
weeds. Maybe should we all go together? Do you think that that's a very safe thing to do?
I mean, if you want to come, you certainly can.
Okay, let's see what happens to you
The
first.
nearest tree is in the middle of the cotton on the hill, or there's the trees that are a little bit farther away through all the weeds.
Which one? Which
What?
set is higher, or is it about the same?
The one on the hill is definitely the highest one. It's
I'm gonna go to.
when I say hill, I'm not talking like Lewiston Hill. It's like it's more like a house-sized lump of earth that's just off to your right, and there's a tree up on top of it.
I'm gonna go to that one.
Okay. As you're making your way through the cotton, is anybody going with him, or are you guys just gonna let him search out?
I'm gonna wait to see what happens to him.
Okay. As you're making your way through the cotton, the stalks are a little weird. What's your perception on paper?
Perception on paper is a 3.
Base perception. So that's
3.
10 plus 3, a 13. It's definitely weird looking cotton. The strands of it get very, very thick, only halfway down each stalk. But I mean, it's other than the fact that it's so densely packed together that you're kind of having to wade through it. There's nothing too crazy until you hear the somewhat familiar sound of Barca the half-orc let out just a little and it's coming from just a little bit to your left.
I'll go look into it.
You go a little to the left, turning away from the tree, and you see what appears to be Barca's upper chest region and head sticking out of, and sticking out of him are 4 or 5 of these stalks of cotton.
Oh, that's gruesome. And he's still alive?
His eyes are clouded with pain, and one of them looks like it's missing entirely. But he's definitely trying to verbalize something, and he's just like,
I'm gonna put him out of his misery.
with what?
My gun.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
His lasso.
You point your gun at his head and pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment you do, the very moment that gunshot goes, all of the cotton in the field swishes from left to right and flicks and then starts to grow, it seems. As you watch, burrowing out of the body is a maybe 13-inch tall little lizard creature that has a long tail ending in a little fluff of cotton that had burrowed through Barca's body into the ground. Every stalk of cotton starts to go from sticking straight up to down, and you are surrounded by probably 40 or 50 of these cotton sognathuses.
Well then. Okay.
Simon, Juniper, you hear the gunshot, and looking up, see the field of cotton suddenly go from vertical to taller to horizontal. And now you can see underneath the what had been a mat of cotton is 50 or so small lizard dinosaur things, and the bodies of Barca and Terry were what they were densely packed around as they had chewed through them.
Well,
So I told him that he should just rush it to there, so that feels pretty good, Juniper. If it also feels very safe if we stay here for the moment.
Roll me initiative.
I was gonna say we need to help.
I am going to fuck.
In the middle of this?
It's kind of a risk. No, I'm not going to. I'm gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
19.
Well, I can use my trick shot holster, and it gives me a free attack, but then I end up at the end of the initiative, and I don't know if I want to end up at the end of the initiative with 50.
That's true.
All right, I got a 20.
20.
Not
Okay.
natural.
20 for Victor.
So did I.
20 for Simon. Juniper.
19. I already said.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
You rolled?
Yeah.
That's a 21.
For my initiative?
Yeah.
Oh. I got a 21. I lied. I was looking at the 6. I didn't see the 1.
Oh, hey, a nat 20 for them, too.
Damn. So it
Oh,
didn't matter.
no.
I think you need to roll for
Maybe
all
I should have
50.
used my trick shot.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, we're about to find out what's going to happen here.
And this is where the party dies.
They just give up and walk away.
This is where Victor dies.
There's a tree for Victor to climb, but they're going to go first. I need a second to... Okay. Okay. Let's do this.
And the trick shot would the trick holster would have been a good idea.
Only it's still so many. Only about 20 of them will be able to attack you at one time, but they are gonna fucking swarm the fuck out of you. The other 30 are going to swarm down the hill towards Juniper and Simon. So 30 of them split off as 20 of them climb every inch of your body, Victor, biting, gnawing, trying to burrow in. You can see that they're literally like, they bite hold of the skin and they eat it and they try and implant their head down inside the body.
Ew.
Yeah.
And as they do that, you can see that their teeth are like roots, kind of, and they start to sort of fan out, going into your bloodstream.
How much protection from that does my armor and my big leather coat offer me?
We're gonna find out.
Okay. Because I got a big ass leather coat on.
So I'm gonna roll the attacks. So that's 12, 6, nat 1. I need to keep track of these. 12, 6, nat 1. 13, 5, nat 20. 22, 13, 17, 15, 12, 6, 13, 20, 21, 16, 5. How many is that now? 3 to go. 6 and 21. Okay, what's your AC?
Only 5 of those hit.
What's your AC?
18.
18. Okay. So we've got the nat 20, the 22,
Right.
the unnatural 20. Yeah, only 5. So let's see here. They do 2d4 plus 3. So the first one, the nat 20, is going to hit you for max. For anybody who hasn't listened to me, my NPCs just hit for max damage on a nat 20 rather than double. I find it to be more interesting that way. And less likely to just insta-kill a character for no reason. But 2d4 plus 3 is 8 plus 3. 11 damage from that guy. And then, where are all my d4? The other ones are 7, 10, 8, and 7. Which should come out to 43 damage. So, they are all over you. Their root teeth, the ones that manage to get a hold of you, are trying to burrow into your blood vessels, and they're drinking deep. These things are monstrous, and they're just swarming you. But it is now Juniper's turn. Juniper, there are 30 of them swarming down the hillside at you guys. They'll be on you on their next turn, or you can charge up to them.
Punch, punch, punch.
You're
Juniper
gonna punch.
just runs the other way. You can punch and hit and do whatever you want to them. But they are swarming creatures, so keep that in mind.
Is there a tree?
There's the closest tree is about 15 feet from Victor, and then all the other trees are about 300 feet away across the thick weeds.
This place is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
I guess I'm just gonna punch a few of them.
Okay. You run into the swarm head first.
$21 to hit.
Yep.
$12 damage.
You fucking explode one.
$22 to hit.
That'll hit.
$9 damage.
That kills another one.
And a nat 1.
Nat 1, huh?
Yes.
With a nat 1, you spin kick one, but you manage to only launch it directly at Simon. And we're going to have you make a ranged weapon attack. So add your dexterity to a d20 roll there, Juniper.
My modifier.
Yeah, add your dex modifier to a d20. No proficiency.
Okay. Oh, good. It's only 7.
Yay.
Simon, you easily dodge out of the way, but this thing is clearly planning to jump you as soon as it gets the ability to do so. And that's Juniper's turn. You killed 3 of them. No, you killed 2 of them.
2.
Simon. Well, actually, it's probably Victor's turn next. What are your guys' respective dex modifiers?
+4.
+5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Victor, you're up. You're covered in them, biting, gnawing, embedding. What's your plan here?
How many can I knock off of me? Like just
As a full action, if you use your entire action just rolling and tearing and everything, I would say with a good athletics, you could get all of them.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use a full action on it.
Okay. Roll me athletics. I'm just going to say before I hear the number, a 20 will get all of them.
I got an 18.
18. Okay. You get all but 2. The nat 20 and the one that got a 22.
Okay.
So those 2 are embedded in your back by your spine, and you just can't seem to get a hold of them or shake them off. But the rest of them are now on the ground as you've sort of shucked them free, and they're moving like a school of fish, undulating, getting ready to jump back on you. What are you doing with your movement?
I'm going to, because I still have 2 more actions. So, can I use disengage?
It's a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would use, so this is my thought process. I'm going to use disengage, move 10 feet from this swarm, and then fire a single shot.
Okay. You can do that.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So my shot, I am going to stack my my incendiary round that adds a D6, and I'm also going to use a grit point for forceful shot, and it should push that at least some of them back 15 feet.
Okay. So what we're going to say is the tearing and rolling was your movement. Your disengage gets you 10 feet away on top of that. And then you're using your regular action to fire and do the damage.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's an incendiary round, so I'm hoping I can catch his little cotton bastards on fire.
Okay. Roll it.
So that is a 29 to hit.
29 is going to hit one of them at least. Roll me a D100 to see if this, if the sparks and the flames catch a couple of them.
Okay. That is an 85.
85. We'll say you catch 4 more on fire as well.
Okay. And let me...
Yeah, roll that damage.
And that is going to be... That's 21 damage.
21. Yep. That destroys all of those. They incinerate and screech and burn, and the flock of cotton sognathuses sort of scurries away for a moment before, like, hurting themselves around you, trying to circle you and get you from a different angle. Of course, the 2 in your back are still, of course, tearing away, but certainly it feels a little better to only have 3, 4, 5, and 14. Only have 15 of the little bastards left. And with that, it is Simon's turn. Simon, there's one really close to you. It hasn't leapt at you yet. There are 30 surrounding Juniper, and there are 15 surrounding Victor.
How far away is Victor from me?
Victor's maybe 50 feet from you.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Victor's got it handled. I'm gonna try to Eldritch Blast the one near me, and then I guess I get 2 beams if one can hit a different one. But whichever I
Yeah.
guess other one is closer, I don't care.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
A hit.
For 8 damage.
You managed to incinerate one into total dust.
And that's a 17 to hit
That hits.
for 10 damage.
And you incinerate another one.
Yeah.
There are now 26 left.
Still so many.
Around Juniper, and then again 15 left around Victor. It's their turn again, and the 26, 20 of them, just like with Victor, are gonna swarm Juniper, and then the remaining 6 are gonna swarm Simon. So Juniper, let's roll these things. Let's see here. I've got, there we go. I can just do this in 4 rolls of 5 this time. We've got a 21, a nat 1, a nat 20, a nat 20, and a 9. We have a regular 20, 22, 19, 14, and a 13. We have a nat 1, a 19, 14, a 16, and a 7. And, oh no, wait. That's 16. That was not one of these. Shit. And then we have a 12, a 15, a 9, a 13, and a 12, 15, 9, and a 12. Followed by an 8. Okay. So, what is your AC, Juniper?
18.
18. Well, the first ones that swarmed you did a lot better than the last ones that swarmed you. I'll say that. The nat ones, I'm going to say each get eliminated as they leap at you. You manage to just crush their heads in your fists. But that doesn't stop the rest of them from leaping all over you. So we have 2 nat 20s in there. So each of those is 11 damage. And then we've got the regular ones. 5 damage. 10 damage. And then 7 damage. 5 damage. So that ends up being 49 damage as they burrow into your skin. A lot of them find that even where you had bare skin, the regular monk sort of leathery skin that you've got is fighting off their ability to embed their little heads in and suck the blood out of you. But you are pretty much covered in them. The other 6 are coming after Simon. And that's a 21, a 16. Let's see here. 21, 16, 8, and 20, 19, 13. What is your AC, Simon?
17.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. The highest percentage of rolls to hits, but the lowest amount. Still, 3. I mean, you got hit by 3 out of 6. Victor got hit by 5 out of 20. And Juniper got hit by 7 out of 20. So your luck is kind of shit in a lot of ways here.
Yeah.
Your AC is also pretty bad. But no nat 20s there, so we'll roll the damage. That's a 6 and 8 and a 10. Which is 24 damage. And it's back to Juniper's turn. Juniper, you are covered in these things. What's your plan?
Well, I want them off of me. But I don't want them to swarm me again. And
There are 18 on you right now.
there's 18,
Yep.
like, attached to me?
Yeah, there's 18 on you. Only 7 of those have actually embedded their heads in your skin, but they are crawling all over you, biting, gnawing, clawing.
Okay, can I, like, shake them off, like Taylor Swift?
Shake it off. Shake it off. No, no, no.
How good are you using lizards as nunchucks?
I've never tried using lizards as nunchucks.
It's always a good time to start.
Yeah, can I use one of my actions to, like, get them off me?
Yeah. If you just want to use your action to roll and pull and fight, you can use athletics. Or if you have some other way that you want to describe, I can see if there's a different roll.
I'll use athletics.
Okay.
That's 19 plus 9.
You get all of them off you.
Yeah, 28.
Okay.
Even the ones that were embedded, you just rip their little heads out. You don't manage to kill them, but you
Okay.
manage to hurt them, yanking on them hard enough like that.
And then can I use a bonus action to disengage?
Yep.
Okay, I want to disengage.
Okay. You get 10 feet away.
I always forget I can do that until Victor says something about it.
Did you want to use your action to dash or something?
Oh, I still have an action, huh?
Yeah, your movement is going to be the athletics check. Then you disengaged. You could, if you'd like to, attack and then disengage.
Okay, can I attack and then I have to use a key point to disengage?
Yeah.
But... Okay, I'm gonna attack one and then use a key point and disengage.
I think you get to attack twice at this level, even
Yeah, I
without
do.
doing it. Okay, so you'll hit 2. Roll your attacks.
Well, that was bad. 16.
16 barely hits.
Well, it hits, so that's all that matters. That's 7 damage.
Okay, that explodes 1.
I got a nat 20.
And we'll say you explode 2 with that one. You don't need to
Okay.
roll it. There's no way your damage will be low enough that you won't kill.
Yeah,
with a
her
nat
last
20.
roll was a 1.
Yeah, my last roll was a 1 on the die.
Oh, God. Then, yeah, absolutely, definitely going to kill him.
Okay.
So that brings us down quite a bit. There's still the 6 on Simon, but you've only got 11 left around you now.
Oh,
So, you know, that's not half bad, really, when you think about it. And now it's Victor's turn. Wait. Did I have them attack you again, Victor?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, totally. They all nat 1.
That's what I thought. You killed 5 of them. So we'll do 3 sets of 5 here. Ooh, this was a better roll.
maybe.
Nat 20, nat
What?
20, 21, 19, 22. That's a 20. It's an 8. That's a 13. That's a 16. And that's a nat 1. And that's a 21, an 18, a 7, an 11, and a 17. What is your AC?
18.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are going to
Holy
hit.
shit.
2 of them are nat 20s.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm gonna probably
11,
go down.
11. Let's see here. 5, 7, 8, 5, 6, and 5, which comes out to 53 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
How much health did you have left when you got hit?
41.
41. Okay, so you're not so far down that you're insta dead. You're just down.
No. Yeah.
As you go down, they immediately, their root-like mouths start piercing your skin and burrowing into the ground, as you're basically just fertilizer on top of the soil that they want, and they start to burrow deeper. But you are down, and then it's your turn. Can you make me a death saving throw?
12.
Okay, we got one pass. Simon, it's your turn.
So I want to get them off of me. I do athletics for that.
Yep.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
How many of those do I do?
20, it gets all of them.
Okay, good. Yay. Is there a safe direction to dash? Where did Juniper dash to?
Juniper dashed backwards, so she's maybe like 10 feet from you now.
Okay, I want to cast a bonus action spell. It's first level, Expeditious Retreat. That allows me for 10 minutes to, as a bonus action on each of my turns, to dash.
Okay.
So I can just keep dashing after when it's my turn next. But then I would dash.
Okay.
Toward Juniper.
You're going to dash all the way to Juniper.
Yeah.
And just get what, back to back with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
Not really.
Okay.
Poor Victor.
Victor.
Didn't Victor just go?
Yeah, Victor just went.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to decide if on their turn they're going to be attacking him or not. I'm going to say no. They're just sucking the blood out of him.
Morbius.
So
Doesn't seem better.
we'll say just make a death save for it. I won't auto fail you the way that normally would happen if an animal was attacking you.
Okay. 12 again.
All right. Call that 2 passes. And then they're going to swarm Simon and Juniper. So, Juniper, you had knocked it down to how many now?
11.
11. And Simon, you had killed 2? No, 3. So there's 14 left. 7 will swarm each of you. And the other ones are just feeding on Victor for now. So 7 swarm up Juniper, which is going to be a nat 20, a 20, a 21, a 15, and a 12. And then a 11 and a 5. And 7 go on Simon, which is a nat 1, a 15, a 21, an 18, and a nat 20.
Ooh.
Followed by a 5 and an 8. So
You rolling enough
1,
nat 20s today?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But not 3 in a row.
Yeah, not 3 in a row yet. So we had a nat 20 for Juniper, right? And then an unnatural 20. So that's an 11, and a nat 20 for Simon as well. So that's an 11. Juniper, what was your AC again?
18.
Okay, so you're going to get hit by 3 of them, which is going to be 4, 7, and 6, and 11.
I'm sure the plesiosaur will save us.
Juniper takes 24.
I'm downed.
Oh,
She had 24 health.
Oh no.
What's your AC, Simon?
17.
Okay. It's 8, 11, and 5.
This is how we die.
And it's
I'm
24 for Simon as well.
I know. I don't know what the
That's
fuck
fine.
you're doing.
Are you still alive, Simon?
Yeah, I'm good. I can't take that again, but I'm good for now.
Okay. Juniper, give me a death save.
Fuck me.
We wipe whole cities, but we die to a field of cotton.
Yeah.
16.
Well, someone should have gone into the field of cotton. That's a real risky move.
one pass.
I honestly could have wiped them.
Yes, very easily.
I have thunderclap.
Uh-huh.
I could just wipe the whole fucking field.
Yeah, it was. I thought to myself, I was like, well, this is probably good that there's 3 of them. One of them will probably have an AoE thing. Victor, death saving throw.
Maybe you'll
I
come.
tried to light a bunch on fire. Just didn't ignite very many. Oh, that's a fail. That's a 3.
Okay. 2 pass, 1 fail. Simon, it's your turn again. You've got 7 of them on you.
Okay, I gotta get those off. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. I'll say it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
consume any action or movement or anything.
Yay! Okay, so what do I want
And
to do to them?
we'll just kill one of them at random, too. Which is important because... never mind. I'll say all 7 of them that are on Juniper stay on Juniper.
Well, the thing that I wanted to do will hit me and Juniper, so that's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm already down, so.
I feel like it would still be bad because it's thunder damage.
Well, she's exactly at 0.
Yeah.
So it would have to be a shit ton to kill her outright.
And it probably would be. That's not very far.
I would just say do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Does- keep
At
continuing.
this point,
if you don't do anything
it's gonna
important, you're
fucking
dead.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So continuing to go the way we were going seems like a safe thing to do.
Yeah, but they're just gonna follow.
Well, they can't go that fast if I dimension door.
You could do that.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try to dimension door the way we continued to go.
Okay. What's the range on Dimension Door?
500 feet. But I can go, let's see.
I will
I
give
can-
you one opportunity before you do this to roll survival.
Okay. I've got +7. Please be good. That's
No,
only...
actually, animal handling.
Oh, okay. Well, that's only a 9.
Okay.
It's probably fine. I'm doing it. So I'm going to dimension door that way.
Okay. And how far? You chose 500 feet?
Yeah. This is very far away.
You are 500 feet away, and at that distance, You can still sort of see the cotton and the people, but not really clearly. And you watch as the 7 immediately turn to the body that's right next to him with open slots for 13 more cotton sogg thigh. And Juniper, I'm going to need you to make me another death save as they pile on.
Do a good job.
9.
No.
There's a fail.
Uh-oh.
Simon, you are surrounded by large, mysterious flowers that smell great.
Oh, good. That seems
Take a
safe.
sniff.
In fact, you can smell various interesting scents. Some smell like barbecue. A few smell like really, really just good flowers. There's some that smell like peanut butter. Some that smell like spaghetti. There's all these interesting smells coming from deep within these flowers. And you still have your movement. So I don't know if you want to go to a flower or what.
Not really. I don't trust these flowers based on what we've already seen. I just want to like stand still and not make any sound or do any movement.
Okay, we get back to their turn. Juniper, Victor, make me death saving throws.
Come on, Victor.
Ooh, a 12.
17.
Yay.
Okay, let's see here. Victor, you awake. You are pinned to the ground as these things have burrowed through you, but you're awake and with 1 health for a moment.
Hell yeah.
What are you gonna do? What's your emergency thought? You have no movement, but you have a full action and bonus action available to you.
No movement. Full act. Can I just take my knife and just swipe across the top of my body?
I mean, I will allow you to try that if you want.
If you're not one to
I
stab
don't know.
yourself to death.
I mean, I'm fucking back out anyway. I mean, even if I were to like be able to wipe them off of me, they're just gonna swarm me again. I think
Do you have a grenade?
I don't. Grenade myself.
Yeah.
I don't. I literally don't have anything right now. I've got no fun.
What about weird items? Don't you have a dimensional bag?
Yes, I do. That's what I was just looking at.
Can you try to shove some in there?
I was gonna say, can I try to just like in one big swoop, just push as many as I can into my bag of holding?
Your
Let's
evil
see
bag.
here. How do I want to do this?
What if you put them in the haggler's handbag? Can I do that?
If you wake up, you have the haggler's handbag, don't you, Juniper?
Yeah.
Let's say because they're embedded in your body, it's treating them as
Right.
sort of equipped. So
Uh-huh.
roll me a D100 to see how lucky you are about this.
What
Okay.
did the dribbles do?
Grog and
speed
dribbles,
grog or
grogs and
whatever.
dribbles.
Yeah, we had a fire dribble, a cat urine dribble, and the speed grog.
The fire dribble, Jesus, where is that? Fire dribble is a eternal fire, essentially. It burns for hours, extremely hot, or until the subject is completely doused in cat urine, dealing 2d6 fire damage every round. Every time that the person on fire takes damage, they roll a d100. If they roll under a 25, the damage is increased by 1d6.
Well, that's not a good idea.
No.
I don't even think I have one of those. I think only you do, right?
Yeah, he's the only person who bought a bunch of that shit.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Okay, what'd you get?
95.
95?
Yeah.
Oh shit. For the sake of the party, I will say you managed to get all of them into your bag of holding. You are still at 1 health, but there are none left on top of you. So you can get up now. That was your action. You have a bonus action, and you see Juniper swarmed in them.
Okay. Literally don't know what the fuck to do. How far away is she?
She's about 25 feet down the hill from you.
And they're probably not focused on me.
No, they are all doing the same thing to her they did to you, embedding themselves into the ground through her body.
Can I stealth up? I'm going to try to sneak up on them and bag of holding them too.
You can roll stealth with disadvantage.
Okay.
Since you're almost dead. Again.
I'm not going to leave you behind, Juniper. Don't you worry.
Do you have health potions?
No.
Am I the only one with health potions?
I think you have everything right now.
Yeah, you're also the healer.
Oh, shit.
And the druid.
23.
23. You are very stealthy. You're not going to be able to get to him with how badly injured you are this turn, but you can probably do it by your next turn.
Okay.
Juniper, make me a death saving throw.
Is that a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Oh,
That's 2
man.
fails. And then
2
it's
passes, 2 failed.
their turn. And they're going to be burrowing into you, sucking blood out and everything. So make another death saving throw, Juniper.
16.
16.
Pass.
Juniper, you wake. You are covered in them. Are you planning to throw them in the handler's handbag?
Can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of want to see what they come out as.
T-Rexes.
Fucking death-eating monsters that fucking murk us.
Are you? You're doing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say do it.
I need you to roll me a D100 14 times and tell me what the numbers you get are.
14 times.
Oh.
Yep.
All
And I need
ones.
them
This is gonna
in
be so
order.
cool.
It needs
Okay,
to
so
be in
77,
Okay.
All ones.
72, right? $68.
That was 90.
That's a 90?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a 9. 98. Oh, these are better.
I don't know if it's good or not.
That one.
60.
No, that's 6.
Oh,
What
that's
is it?
6. 6.
0
That one's
6.
bad. Yeah,
Okay.
0 6.
It's gonna be a fucking literal nightmare in a minute.
68.
86.
86. 86. 46.
Nope.
64.
Yeah.
64. 62.
Mhm.
6.
Another one.
9.
9.
What the fuck? 64.
64.
Oh god.
Oh, that was a 2.
How
Not
much does
number
a
2.
player's
72?
handbook cost?
27.
Oh, 27.
I have
I
one
can
in
roll
my
a new
closet.
character.
33. That was on the 3.
Mhm.
33. How many am I at?
You're at 12. I need 2 more.
Oh.
47.
47. Is that 50 or 5?
That's 50. Or, yeah.
Yeah, 50.
Okay. Now, let's see here.
My D100s are so freaking bad.
I don't know how you get under 10 so often.
Z7. Okay. I'm actually having to build a V lookup for this because I'm not going to spend all day doing this. Let's see here. Index number 3. False. Well, that's the wrong one. It's not 3, it's 4 creatures. Because you guys are so ridiculous that I literally had a whole table ready to go for when you started trying to put creatures in there.
In the Haggler's handbag?
Yep.
Oh, you planned this.
I have tables for people, dead bodies, creatures, potions, nature crap, magic items, regular clothes, magic weapons, weapons and armor, non-magic, currency, household crap, and food.
And we
Oh,
hardly
shit.
ever use
And you
it.
barely use it. I spent so much time on this thing. I'm so excited that you're finally using it.
It's because Lentil doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, Lentil used to have the Haggler's handbag.
Okay.
Shoved everything in there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna go in order here. You immediately pull. You tell me where you pull each one from. Imagine they're all over your body. Where are you pulling the first one from?
Is there one on my face?
We'll say yeah.
Then that one.
You pull that one out, and a fucking horse appears, and just fucking immediately panics and starts riding off in full speed.
Oh, dang it, we lost our horse.
I need to look up what that is. Whipper, Quipper.
It's a Pokemon.
Oh, it's a fucking piranha. You managed to pull one out next, and a fucking piranha appears and begins flopping around on the ground. Okay, so those are the first two. Where do you pull the next one out?
I don't know, just anywhere. I don't care.
You
Does it
can't-
matter?
Yeah, they're all gonna matter.
Okay, off my arm.
Vulture appears and immediately begins, like, flapping to take off. Next,
My other arm.
a badger shows up and starts
Badgering.
badgering around. It's, again, also panicked. Next,
My torso. How many are on my torso?
lots. We'll say 6 are on your torso.
Okay,
You
let's
grab
do-
one of the 6, and a swarm of locusts begins to pour out of the hole that is in your stomach, because that's where it was burrowing through. The bugs are just everywhere around, landing on things, fighting the badger, the vulture, eating the piranha, and the horse is long gone. You grab another one from your torso, and it turns into an octopus that is now dying slowly on the ground. The next one is a full mastiff dog that
Damn.
is hopping around, like, eating locusts and playing. It just seems all giddy. Its little butt's wiggling. It's all happy.
Oh, we got a dog.
For now.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Number 6 is the one that you put into your inventory, and it just burrows in harder, as you've already swapped it in and then out because all of these become Cotton Sognathus. Number 9 is a Bloodhawk. The fuck's a Bloodhawk?
I don't know. You thought of
It
it.
doesn't sound good.
Bloodhawk, 5th edition. It is a small beast, aggressive nature. Interesting. It immediately starts eating the various locusts around. You then get another one of the things back out because you rolled a second 64. So that also became a Cotton Sognathus. That was an octopus last time. Oh no. A giant ape. Oh no.
Just imagining all these random animals popping up all over her body.
Yeah, the giant ape is furious and huge and very dangerous. Oh boy, he's big. He's a big boy. He's considered a huge beast. Yeah, it's like fucking King Kong. So it's out. We'll say it doesn't immediately crush you underfoot, but you are underneath the giant ape. The next one that you pull out becomes a giant crab. The next one becomes a giant spider, and the last one becomes a giant wasp.
Jesus.
So
Fucking Kong movie.
you've got a fucking bunch of kaiju fighting above you now. Luckily, you escaped their notice. Unluckily, with 1 health, there is a 0% chance that you didn't take at least 1 damage from all this shit and pass back out. The good news is the Cotton Sognathi that were buried in you immediately pull themselves out and run off. The bad news is Simon and Victor, you see that fucking all hell has broke loose above Juniper's body. And that is where we will end episode 38 of the Drunken Arcanauts Dycairn campaign. Juniper is back out again. She's stable, but she's out unconscious. And there is all sorts of shit just fucking losing their minds. The Mastiff is standing over her, guarding her as best it can from the Bloodhawk, the Badger, the Vulture, the Kipper. But the giant ape, giant crab, giant spider, and giant wasp are the real dangers here. Thank you guys for listening, and join us next time. Bye-bye.